Hello!
What's up?
Welcome to the Underpaid Gamers Podcast. My name is Tony. We are with my friend and colleague, Justin.
Here I am.
There he is. Here at the Underpaid Gamers Podcast, we talk about movies and video games. Today we're talking about video games.
Yep.
Some consoles.
Some decisions that have been made.
Today we're talking about Nintendo and the Wii U. We're gonna I do have some Spider-Man news, some movie news.
Exciting.
Just one thing. Mostly video games. Finally, now that Dishonored 2 has been released and Skyrim Special Edition, we will discuss Bethesda's newest review policy.
Yep.
And then, to top it all off, the cherry on top, what games Justin and I just can't get into.
There it
What
is.
game types, what games themselves.
In addition to, I'll be talking a little bit about Battlefield 1.
That's not on the notes.
I'm sorry.
If that comes up, it comes up. But it's not on the
Official
outline.
roster. Here, let me just pull out my phone and I'll add it.
We don't have time for that.
Oh my gosh.
To the theme song.
So, here we are in your room.
In my room.
In the room of recording.
I put up a new poster. The Spider-Man poster behind the door.
Oh, wow.
You can't see it. Normally when we record, the door is closed, and you could see it. But because it's just us,
Yeah. No wife today.
that's right. Not mine or yours.
Yeah, sure.
Correct.
Correct. That is true.
I have a spot on this wall. I could put something there, but I kind of like it. Kind of alleviates the space so my Marth and Falco posters can be legit.
Well, right now you've got 2 Spider-Man posters. I think you might be overdoing it a little bit.
False. That is hardly enough. I also have Spider-Man figurines and a Spider-Man little thing right there.
Yeah.
But I also have 2 Falco and 2 Marth things.
True.
I have a Blaziken little thing. It's still in its packaging for whatever reason.
I was going to say I don't even see it.
It's all Japanese.
There it is.
I have a Captain America Pez dispenser. I think my wife's mother gave that to me. Though I can't be sure.
Can't remember.
Unopened. Pez is still in
Nice.
there. Just in case there's ever a time where I need to survive for a length of time, I will survive on the 3
Pez.
Pez sticks.
Nice.
While making out with Captain America. Because the thing opens up at Captain America's chin.
That's awkward.
And you know, you don't pick Pez out with your fingers, you pick them out with your teeth.
Duh.
That's how you eat Pez.
That's the point.
I also have that flask,
Oh, yeah.
which is legit, and has never been used.
I used it
Yes.
just once.
At a wedding? Yeah, that's so sick. Not my wedding.
Not your wedding.
I should have given it to you full,
You should have.
but that's okay.
Whatever.
You wanted to talk about Battlefield for some reason?
Yeah, so
Battlefield 1?
How about Battlefield 1?
Did you let me borrow it?
Last week. No.
You said you're busy, and I said,
Yeah,
let me
I'm on
borrow
the... So if there's a hill that is me being Billy,
it. Billy?
there's a hill that is me being busy.
Yes.
I am on the downward slope of it, so I'll be done. I was able to put in like 2 hours of playing today, which felt pretty good. Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh. So 2 different things I want to talk about with Battlefield 1. How much have you seen of what Battlefield 1 looks like? Like, have you watched any gameplay of it at all, or just seen reviews?
I mean, I've seen GIFs and little videos of people doing cool things and like trailers things.
Okay. So the campaign is really cool.
I
love the campaign.
heard the vignettes were awesome.
Yeah, so it instead of having one character that you go through an entire campaign with, like an epic story, this one focuses on 5 different stories, and there will be expansions, I'm guessing, with more vignettes. But they're all individual people, and I'm pretty sure they're based off of real like events, because Lawrence of Arabia is in there, and he's like a real person and has been written about.
The Desert Fox?
The Desert Fox is not present in this one.
The Desert Foxy.
No, I think the Desert Fox was in World War I, but was not a commander. So there's that.
Otherwise known as the loser.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Field Marshal Rommel was the Desert Fox. And he's my gamer tag is kind of off that, so there's that.
Yes, just kind of.
Just a little bit, just mostly. Yeah, so the campaign has been really fun. Holy cow. I was really surprised by it, and it's also visually beautiful. But I just really like the storytelling in this game. I'm so impressed with Battlefield 1, especially compared to Battlefield 4.
Yeah, that train wreck.
Yeah, that was a terrible game.
Does it make you excited that DICE and EA made Battlefield 1 with the vignette style? They're also making Battlefront 2.
That would be sick.
Have you ever thought that maybe they'll do vignettes for Star Wars?
Well, I think the biggest critique of Battlefront is that there wasn't any campaign or offline modes. So I would say that, yes, it makes me excited that they might add this into their Battlefront 2. That'd be sick.
What?
I'd be so excited.
Sick nasty.
And they don't even have to be main characters. Just give me like a bunch of random things with
Admiral Akbar.
It'd be so much fun. Or like Wedge Antilles. You're Wedge Antilles and you fly around and do like missions.
And you impregnate someone, and then eventually
it becomes Ray Antilles, and then you hide her on a planet. So
I sent you a fan theory about that. You didn't respond.
About Antilles?
About Ray.
Oh, I didn't see it. I must have seen it, but I didn't click it.
You didn't respond to it.
I didn't.
Let's go over it real quick.
Okay, talk to me.
Essentially, if Kylo Ren is...
Oh, no, I remember this now.
The son of Leia and Han.
Princess
he's
Leia.
Officially royalty, and he's a prince.
He's of the royal line of the House of Alderaan.
Alderaanians.
Yeah.
And then Rey might be something. We don't know what she is.
Yeah, I think... So, in the back of my mind, two things. I've always had this feeling that sometimes I can predict things without there making any sense. Like, for instance, the Trump victory. The whole time I was like, he's going to win. There's, like, all these things I keep seeing, like, he's going to lose, he won. And I was, like, totally thinking in my back of my brain all the time. Same thing
it's
here.
50-50
I think this happened to me. I got the same
Divine
feeling
intervention.
The same feeling I had about Trump, I just had about Kenobi. I might be now coming to your side of things. That Rey is a Kenobi. I know I've been on this Antilles kick since the movie came out.
Literally the wrong path.
But I think, that feeling just keeps coming into my mind. Like, I just watched episode 7 while I was grading, 2 days ago, and I just looked at her and I was like, dude, she's Kenobi. It just it just felt right.
Looks.
So that's my.
She's British.
I'm starting to come around. There's that, and then
that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the other thing about Battlefield I want to talk about is multiplayer. I'm so bad at it. Holy crap. I'm a lot better today than I was the last time I played.
Why are you bad at it? Does it feel like you have no effect on the warfare? Does it feel like you yourself are just lost in a war and you have no effect on it? No matter how good or bad you play, you're just there.
Well, I'd like to
meaningless, lifeless. Because that's how I feel when I play Battlefield.
That's not... I don't necessarily feel... I think there's some matches that I've felt like I've made a difference. Like, today I played Operations for the first time, which is like essentially like a battle that actually happened, and it's like one side charges to the other.
Have you played as a dove yet?
Things. What?
A dove? Or
I have.
A carrier pigeon?
In the campaign, I have, yeah.
How fun is that?
It's different.
Do they still have the classic Battlefield, which I think is the best game mode in Battlefield, where there's 2 points, you have to capture them or blow them up, and then you move farther down the level?
What I just played today, Operations, was a version of that.
Oh, yeah?
And there are two like control points.
Conquest. Is it called Conquest?
Well, I don't know. It was under Operations. I don't know. It was like a separate thing. But essentially, in this one, there are just different waves. There are like 6 zones, and the enemy starts in one zone, and if you're on defense, you're in the trenches, and they charge at you and have to take 2 points to then move the whole spawn back, like the whole zone. And I found that a lot of fun. And they have like a little bit of an extra advantage in terms of like weaponry. Like, I think they have like an extra tank or something like that, which helps them because they don't have a defensive position when they're attacking you.
I think Battlefield Bad Company 2 Online had something like that, and it was either 4-on-4 or 8-on-8.
Well, this one's 20-on-20 or...
Too big. I don't like
or that's the 40 version. There's also a 62 version, which I have not played that one yet.
One of my favorite things in playing competitive video games is killing somebody, and then in my head I like to think that they know that I killed them because it shows. I mean, obviously it shows, but I want to kill them so often that they recognize my name.
Right.
And if it's 40 people, I'm like, there's no way.
It does keep a constant tally every time you die of how many times that person's killed you and how many times you've killed them. Like, every single person you kill or they kill you,
I mean,
it shows you like your record against that one player.
That's nice for my ego.
Yeah, there was one guy. I was like 1 for 4 against him. He killed me so many times, and that's pretty often in that game because there's so many players. So, yeah,
so
those are my initial thoughts about Battlefield 1. I'm still putting some time into it. I've not finished all the campaigns. I've done 4 out of 5 of them. So yeah, my biggest complaint is the crashes. It keeps crashing on me. It's crashed 4 times, and I've only had it for a week. And it's really frustrating. It makes me think of Battlefield 4. I keep getting flashbacks. I'm like, no, PTSD, because I totally lost all of my multiplayer progress in Battlefield 4. Yeah.
Oh, in 4.
In 4 I did.
Not 1.
Because of a crash.
So standard EA Battlefield.
Yeah, glitches. There hasn't been a good one since Bad Company 2.
These glitches be crazy.
There not being the glitches in that one, but this one there is. So that's my initial thoughts. More to come probably in the future if I ever let Tony borrow it.
I don't know if I want to borrow it now.
Yeah. Did it ruin everything for you? I think you like the campaign.
How do you feel about the setting? Are you glad to be back in the good old World War?
Yeah, it feels so good.
Uno?
It feels so good. I'm not like flying up walls or jumping over, 10-story buildings.
Jetpack into this ATST and then laser pistol in.
Right.
Lightsaber.
Yeah, who wants to do that? No one.
Yeah, that's right.
Not right now, at least.
Not right now.
So, that's what I got.
Tom Holland has signed on as Peter Parker for another 4 more movies as Spider-Man.
How exciting.
So that's exciting.
Do you like Tom Holland? I think we've talked about this before.
From what we saw in Civil War, I thought it was great.
Yeah, I think it was good.
It seems like... So in Civil War, you can't really tell how old he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that could be anybody. Now, in these movies, it looks like he is like a freshman or sophomore in high school.
Yeah, cool.
Which is what they're talking about, which is fine. Like, that's great for the young kids. Be like, pick them up early and get them on the Marvel train. And me, the Marvel gravy train.
Right.
And me, as a big fan of Spider-Man anyway, I'm going to see it.
Duh.
So it doesn't really matter what age he is.
Yeah.
I don't even necessarily want him to be that much older. The greatest part about Spider-Man is that he's just an average kid. Obviously, he has Spider-Man powers.
Right.
But he's just like an average kid. He has to do his homework. He has to, like, bring the milk home and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not Batman, where he gets to sleep through account meetings, like be out all night,
right,
and then go and just sleep.
He's got stuff to do.
Maybe Bruce Wayne shouldn't be sleeping through those meetings, but he can.
But because he's.
But Spider-Man's like, I gotta do my English essay.
Right.
Like, I ain't got time for this.
Yep.
And he's so quippy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was quippy in Civil War.
He was. It'll be good.
I can't wait. So excited. Next year.
Here it comes.
Nintendo. We talked about this last week.
We did.
That last week it was reported and then denied that they stopped production. Now Nintendo has said that they are stopping production.
Oh, so it's real?
It's real, especially in Japan. However, there's an update to this article.
Okay.
And I'll read the update verbatim from Kotaku. This update is watch out for the cord. The update is from November 10. Nintendo of America issued the following statement to Kotaku. We can confirm that as of today, November 10, all Wii U hardware that will be made available in the North American market for this fiscal year has already been shipped to our retail partners. We encourage everyone who wants a Wii U to communicate with their preferred retailer outlet to monitor availability. You're not getting a new one at least until January.
Dang.
Which doesn't mean that they're stopping production.
It just means
in that specific phrase.
Right.
But they are stopping production in Japan.
There we go.
Is ending in Japan. And then they only have 2 more things left. 2 more consoles left. It's all in Japanese. Got translated. Blah blah blah. But
there it is.
It makes sense. They should have all this stuff made already with Black Friday so close.
Right.
But they're not making any more for this fiscal year.
Yeah.
Which ends January. Well, December 31st. But that might mean that they're not kicking anything else in December or in January.
It's true. I mean, it would seem that with a healthy console, you're constantly making units.
The PS3. The PS2.
Sure.
The PS2, the last game that came out for that was like 2013.
Yeah, it's ridiculous how long that console had a lifespan. I mean, I think if it was healthy, it'd be continually pumping out units, so it must be either some early transition to Switch, or they just don't see it profitable to continue pumping those out.
I think the Switch is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited.
Assuming I get Fire Emblem and Smash.
Yeah.
And that's really it.
I'm excited to see what its capabilities actually are.
We talked about this.
We did.
But Skyrim is not officially confirmed for the Switch.
Right, but it showed it on the Switch.
So many times.
How did they get the rights to that?
Right.
I guess they just were like, hey, can we show this even though we're not going to have it?
It doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
That's all the news I have. I even looked through my news outlets before you got here.
Yeah.
Because we moved it back an hour.
It was like nothing.
I could not find anything. The Nintendo NES Classic System came back, and that's all new, but at the same time, they don't have enough stock, so I'm like, don't really care. I want to talk about the Bethesda review. I don't have it listed, but you've read it. I've read it. You watched 2 videos. I watched 2 videos, both on differing
Somewhat different perspective.
Well, the main thesis, I think.
Yeah.